Hi Yogins! Welcome back to Play Along Practice with Amanda Shepherd Yoga. It's nice to be back. Going to start in a minute. Practice tend to be about a level 2-3, so you want to make sure that you are physically able to do a fairly strong asana flow, have doctor approvals, things like that. Props, I like a blanket, which I'm sitting on now, 2 blocks and 1 strap. Pretty much we'll have all the bases covered every time, and we're definitely going to use the props today. I think I'm going to start on them in a back bend. Yeah, all right, let's get started. Always check the description to see where we go. Please like and subscribe, all those things. And let's get started. Okay, so I've got 2 blocks and a strap by my side already. I'm going to take block number 1 and place it right underneath the shoulder blades. So the tips of the shoulder blades are going to go over the block. Yeah, pretty common in my practices. So if you enjoy this page, you've probably done this before. The second block is going to be 1 higher. I have this on medium height. My other block is going to be on the highest height, and that's to keep the neck long, and that'll just be a start. I'm going to do a few drills on here today. Lengthen the tailbone. You can do whatever you like with your feet, soles of the feet on the floor, knees out to the side, whatever makes you happy. And then I have a strap here because I'm going to use it in a little bit. Make sure you're feeling awesome. This should be like super comfortable. If you're tall, you might like to take the block the long way, so it's in the long way of the spine. I am not tall, so I'm not going to do that. Easy inhales and exhales. Just let yourself drop in. Feel the support of whatever your support system might be, all right? In this physical plane right now, it's the outside edges of my feet, tailbone, shoulder blades on the tips of the shoulder blades, and thoracic spine against the block, and the very back of my head. And then the top of the wrists and the forearms on the earth. As you drop into your foundation, see if you can maybe give yourself a second to acknowledge the support systems that you have off the mat. Family, friends, pets, whatever. Bosses. Students, right? People who benefit from your work, they're part of your support system. Allowing the breath to even out. Even though you're in a spinal extension here, see if you can let the spine decompress a little bit. Right, so where can you allow it to get long? Letting all four aspects of the breath, the inhale, pause, exhale, pause, and each aspect, I should say, give their offerings to your practice today. So view any sensations that come up as something to engage and acknowledge and send some nurturing care to. There'll be nuggets of information of how you should be focusing your practice today. Excuse me. Take a couple more breaths here. And I'm just going to bring the right arm underneath the left for Vrschiksana arms. Spreading the collarbones, lifting the elbows, karate chopping the air with the pinkies. As I exhale, I'm going to unwind and just going to take this second block out. My bun is in the way, so I'm just going to move that a little bit. Breathing here. Reach that block away from the body. And use it like a weight to let the arms open a little bit. Triceps are facing the sky. And you can even really firm your hands, but you don't have to. Keep reaching the furthest part of the block towards the wall behind you. Inhale, reach the block towards your toes. And then come on up to 6. Then I'm going to take Vrschiksana. So right foot extends, left foot just moves in towards the thigh. And I'm just going to lengthen here. I'm hinging at the hip. Right, so we're not rounding down, we're extending. I'm going to round myself over the block and then let myself extend one more time. And I think I'm going to place the block back so that behind the head, so that when I find my Vrschiksana arms, it's similar. All right, left arm underneath the right, collarbone spreading, lifting elbows, karate chopping the air. So if you have any spinal anomalies, this pose is going to be different on either side. And see if you can use the leverage of your arms to kind of absorb the ribs that maybe stick out to the side in, and try and kind of like even out the spine, right? You'll be able to feel it extra, I think, with your hands in Vrschiksana. Exhale, reach the hands back, just finding the outside of your block. Bring your elbows in, spread the collarbones, and then reach that block away. And I'm going to turn it so that it's almost shoulder distance here. Reach, reach, reach. Triceps towards the sky. Absorb your two front ribs together and in. And maybe Maybe lift them off the front of the waist. Sternum to sky, finding your sitting up, and then Janu Vrschiksana, side 2. Just to lengthen the hamstrings. So I'm pulling the block down. If you don't reach the block, you can stay up here, just lengthening the spine, that's fine. But I'm energetically pulling the block down as I bring it in towards the sole of the foot, and I'm pushing with the foot as well into the block. So getting that dual action, keeping the leg bone drawing into the hip socket. Inhale, come on up, and then I'm going to put the block to the side, and I'm going to grab my strap. I'm going to take the metal part in one hand, doesn't really matter which hand, and come nice and taut. Bringing my foot back to Backbend feet, because I like that. And as I exhale, I'm going to lengthen down. You want to be careful where you're situating the block on the back of the body. Move your hair out of the way if it's there. Okay. And then I'm going to do something similar with the strap. Trying to reach it away and wrap the triceps and letting the shoulders open. Strap goes towards the thighs, exhale, overhead. And maybe let your feet come parallel, soles of the feet down. Exhale, strap moves towards the thighs, inhale, overhead. Good breathing here. Lift the chest. And I'm just going to take a little twist. So I'm going to step the right foot over the left, Ardha Dandasana. Look over the right shoulder, look over the left shoulder, counter twist, back to center, and I'm going to try it. Let the two blocks stacked atop. Hopefully they're not going to slide away from each other. So I'm going to scooch the blocks in a little bit closer so I can get, that might not work. I'm going to lift up. So I can get my positioning. Then I'm going to let the booty drop a little bit. I don't think I have the room for it to touch the floor, but you might grab my strap, let the head drop. Breathing here. Keep your belly button scooped in. Tailbones gently towards the heels. Chin is in a little bit. Okay. Let my sits bones come down. Reach the chest, take my twist to the other side, bringing the left foot over the right. Ardha Dandasana, just neutralizing the spine a little bit. Look over the left shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. Come on back through center. Not sure I like the two blocks stacked. I'm going to take that one out. And actually, let's let go of this for now. Maybe I'll come back to it. Bring the hands behind me. Just going to let my fingers face in or out to the side. Nice straight arms. Breathing here. Lift that up. Reverse tabletop and just moving on the wrists a little bit. Good. As I exhale, I'm going to come on down and just bring that right ankle over the left knee. Come on in. Keep reaching that inner right knee away from the body. Nice deep inhale here. Right arm to sky. Exhale, twist. Just see how far across you want to go. Beginning of class. Breathing here. Good. Double pigeon or Vrschiksana if you prefer. Shake the head yes and no. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I am going to pat myself on the back with that right hand and grab the fingers with the left, keeping the torso nice and long. Right triceps wrapping towards the top of your mat. Maybe reach that left arm around. And if you connect, great. If you don't, it's just as great. I'm going to absorb those right ribs in and lengthen the left side waist as I twist over to the side. Breathing here, keeping that right sit bones down, and then unwind the legs. Forearm to the floor, straighten that right arm, left ribs to sky. Exhale, find your twist. Maybe even bringing that tricep into the sole of the foot, and then straighten your left arm. Sternum's moving towards the top of the mat, right ribs moving towards the sky. Lean back the left shoulder blade. Exhale, come on out. Finding your Kapotasana, and you can bend the knees if you prefer the half variation, or you can keep the legs straight. It is okay if your ball of the foot doesn't come to the floor, the toes don't touch, still counts. Breathing here. Exhale, come on down. Left ankle over the right knee. Reaching that inner left knee away from the body. You want to feel here. Sometimes people feel a hip flexor, but there's nothing, no shooting pain or anything. Exhale, twist. See how far across you want to go. Where can you relax here? Exhale, come on out. Vrschiksana or double pigeon, fire log. Pat yourself on the back with that left arm. Grab the fingers with your right hand. Try not to jut your chin too far forward. Maybe reach that right hand around. Maybe you clasp, maybe you don't. Absorb the ribs in. So it's Kapotasana, arms with a lateral stretch, and fire log legs. And then unwind. Forearm might come to the floor. Maybe extend that left arm. Butterfly kiss on that left tricep. Good. Exhale, come on back through center. Give your shoulders a little bit of a shimmy. And then let's come forward. However you want to make it to your all fours. Come through little asana if you can. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And just start to add a little bit of cow cat into your back bend warm up. You want to get into those QLs, lean, let the sits bones grace the heels. Come on up and then take it the other way. Lean, sits bones grace the heels, come on around, right? And do a couple each side if you like. Breathing here, I'm gonna take a nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, tuck the toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Now don't force the heels to the floor. See if you can reach them towards the back of the room where the wall might meet the baseboard. And can you let your waist be long? So if you tend to kind of spread those sits bones and really arc the back here, draw the sits bones together, lengthen the tailbone. And if you tend to round the low back, spread the sits bones, push into your hands a little more, maybe bend your knees. Belly to spine, shoulders come over the wrists. Plank pose. Nice deep inhale here as you exhale. Let's come onto the outside edge of that right foot, inside edge of the left, or a different Vrschiksana variation. Left arm overhead, nice long side waist. Pivot the heels towards the earth and float that right leg. Good hand comes down, three-legged dog. Open the hip, couple hip circles. Look over on your left arm, see if you can see your toes. Maybe let that left shoulder come over the wrists a little bit. Maybe see if you can find the ankle. Exhale, step that foot up, give the knee a smooch. Step it up next to your thumb. You can straighten the leg for a moment, like a long Parsvottanasana, and then let the left knee come down, reach the toes away. I always like to move into my hip flexor a little bit here. And then invite Anjaneyasana, but we're going to take our time. So low crescent, draw the hip point in, tailbone towards the back of the knee, and just sink. Finding that lift in the perineal floor. Breathing into the back waist, so let your back waist feel the inhale. Shoulder blades opening the heart. Fingertips towards the earth. And then exhale, come on forward, Ardha Hanumanasana. Allow your hands to come center. See if you can lengthen a bit more. And then turn those toes out as you gently walk yourself into Utthana Kristasana. Lizard. Nothing fancy, right? If you want to strengthen, reach the arms, tuck the back toes. And if you just want to stretch, let yourself melt down. Good, exhale, forearms to the floor. Tuck those toes. We'll use the quadriceps to lift the hamstrings. And round the shoulders here a little bit, and then pull the forearms and foot towards each other. Gently reach that right leg back. Breathing here. Let's take a forearm. Vrschiksana on the left forearm. Reach that right arm up and over. Exhale, heels to sky. Right arm forward, left leg back. And then gently come on down before I put too many things in and forget. Keep it going on the earth, belly button in. Nice, easy Sphinx. Smiling those inner shoulders nice and wide. And if that's feeling like you've already opened there, because you have, see if you can straighten the arms. Relax your glutes so you're not stressing your low back. And exhale, come on down. Let's reach that right arm out to the right. Bringing those feet behind you. Coming on back through center. And then reach that left arm out to the left. And then back through center. Breathing here. A moment in your Sphinx variation. Exhale, come on down. I'm going to walk the hands next to the waist, setting up for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Engaging the core, straightening arms and legs. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. I always like to churn the belly here, so that just means pulling the belly button into the spine and kind of undulating it around, just to get a little internal massage. Take Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale, come on forward. Plank pose. I'm going to roll onto the outside edge of the left foot, inside edge of the right, and reach that right arm up and over. Exhale. Right arm reaches forward, left leg lifts. Bring the right hand down, walk it back, three-legged dog. Open the hip, couple hip circles. Looking over under your right arm, see if you can see your toes. Breathing here. Exhale. Knee to chest, shoulders over the wrist. Give that knee a smooch. Step it up next to your thumb. Maybe straighten the leg for a moment for a long Parsvottanasana. Exhale, let that right knee come down. Reach the toes away. Forgot to grab the ankle. Let's go on back, which is surprising because I do it so often. Maybe grab the ankle. You might want that back heel down. And then as I exhale, step it up. All right, try to keep the heel to hand down when you do that. Setting up for your low lunge and maybe moving into the hip flexor a little bit, finding that scissoring action of the legs. Lifting that hip point off the waist as you sink it down. Arms to sky. Enlivening that low back. And then exhale, reaching, reaching, maybe cactus arms if you like. Fingertips towards the earth. Some of you might get your hands down. Exhale. Taking your time. Ardha Hanumanasana. Maybe taking your hands to the inside. And then as you exhale, nice and gentle, you might turn those left toes out and just crawl yourself out to your variation of Utthana Prasthasana. If the sides are different, that's fine. Do something different. Good, as you exhale. Walk your hands in, tuck those right toes, and just nice and gentle, step that left foot back. Forearm Vrschiksana, right forearm down, left arm up and over, heels to sky, reach the left arm forward, float that right leg. Exhale. Allow yourself to find a Sphinx pose. Maybe straighten the arms a little bit. And then we're going to bring that left forearm down again, right hand next to your hip. Breathing here. Roll those inner thighs to sky so you get a little bit of ease in your low back. You don't need to stress that at all, ever. And just opening the quads a little bit, bending that right knee, heel towards the outer hip, any hand grip you like. Ardha Backbend. Maybe pull the belly button in as you reach the knee towards where the wall and floor meet, and then lift your pinky in Ardha Dandasana, and then maybe reach around. Or Dandasana. Always being mindful of that low back. Exhale, come on out. Let's bring the fingertips to the floor, elbows out to the side, like you were going to do a gym style push-up, but with Asta Bandha. So it's just the fingertips down. And just undulate, Vrschiksana undulations. Sphinx. Right forearm comes in, left hand next to the hip. Exhale, bend the knee. Bring the heel towards the outer hip. Ardha Backbend. Try to keep the chest square. Exhale, release. Ardha Dandasana. Dandasana. Good, exhale, come on out. And if it's interesting, and available, Vrschiksana. Full. It's pretty challenging for me. My shoulders don't really like it. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Reach that right leg back. Open the hip. Maybe turn the toes towards the right and find Pincha, a sort of easier variation. Exhale, gently release. And let's step that foot up next to your thumb. Left knee comes down. Reach those toes away. Belly button in, lengthen your tailbone. Reach those arms, wrap the triceps forward. Fingers towards the sky, breathe into the low back as you lift out of the waist. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, gently unwind. Straighten that right leg. Maybe find the heel. And very carefully release. Ardha Hanumanasana. Just taking your time, moving very simply with your breath. There's never a rush into your poses. Let's reach that right leg back. Allow your forearms to come to the floor. Just step that left foot in a little bit. Lengthen the tailbone as you roll the forearms down. My buns in the way. Need a nice belly back. Exhale, nice and gentle. Top the foot to the floor. And reach around for Pincha grip. Check out your toes. Exhale. Let's step that foot up, middle of the mat. Heel to arch alignment. Vrschiksana 2. Breathing here. Maybe root into the left foot, straighten the right leg. You can rebend in. Figuring out where you want your load to be. Left arm down, right arm to sky. Maybe reach that left hand around. So the part of your Vrschiksana, exhale, Utthita Trikonasana with that little half bind. Roll that right shoulder away. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, rebend into the knee. The hand is easily on the floor. Right, you can reach underneath. Find the clasp. Maybe straighten that front leg. And then exhale, unwind, and we're going to take a twist. Bend into your right knee. You can keep it simple, right? Or you can bring the elbow around to the other side. Stacking the hands. Exhale, unwind. Through Vinyasa. Left leg lifts, open the hip. And your circle, look over and see your toes. Maybe turn the toes towards the left. See if you can find the ankle. Try that again. Always harder on this side. Maybe just stick with Vrschiksana. If you can get that Kapotasana, go ahead and do it. As you exhale, I'm going to bring that knee around and step it up next to your thumb. Right knee comes down, reach those toes away. Take your hands to your thigh, breathe into the back of the body. Connecting the stars overhead. You really feel the front of the body opening. Feel the space between that hip point and the thigh. Right? Maybe you can feel air there. Gently let the hands go. This knee's still a little tender, a little bit. So I'm going to take my time. And then as I exhale, coming on forward. That left leg back. Sorry, I forgot my sequence for a moment. Forearms down. Stepping that right foot in. Make sure those inner wrists and palms are moving to the earth. Don't worry about your hair if it's holding you back. Breathing here. Exhale, nice and gentle. Use your core. Top of the foot, shin, and then reach it around. Oh, look, easy with the shin on the floor. Check out your toes. Exhale, step that foot to the middle of the mat. Heel to arch alignment. Vrschiksana 2. Maybe figure out your load. Right? Reverse warrior, a bit part of your Vrschiksana. Reach the hand around a little half bind. Exhale, Uttita Trikonasana. Rebend into the knee. Baddha Trikonasana. Exhale, unwind. And then we're going to find your twist. So you can start with a nice simple one, right? Or you can get that elbow to the outside. Exhale, unwind. Through your vinyasa. Alright. Maybe flip the hip. Maybe turn those toes to the right. Gently release. Exhale. Let's step that foot between the hands. Heel to arch. Inviting your Vrschiksana 2, inhaling, reversing warrior. Exhale, root into the left foot, straighten the right leg. Turn the toes in. Let's hinge at the hips. And just let that hand come down right in front of your nose for Kapotasana. So a revolved wide angle forward fold. Right ribs move towards the left foot, so towards the back foot. Maybe reach that right arm. And then exhale, swim that hand down. Just walk yourself out for a giant puppy pose. Hands can go wider than the shoulders. And let yourself sink down. Heels stay on the earth. And exhale, walk it back in. Left hand comes right underneath the nostril, so like a torso length from the legs, right? Maybe look up. Swim that right hand down, and as I exhale, I'm going to fold on in. Maybe crown of the head comes to the earth. Shoulder blades move away from the ear, so that's a very active movement. And coming on up. Exhale, I'm going to bring that left knee in towards my chest. Cross that leg over as high as I can. Gardasana arms. Hands go to tripod, Mukta Vrschikasana. And as I exhale, I'm going to twist towards that right elbow and bend in. Maybe come on up. Vrschikasana with Gardasana arms. Head comes back down. I'm going to use my back foot to help me. Exhale. Coming on in. That was a lot of core work right there. Vrschiksana 2. Windmill it around. For your vinyasa if you want one. Exhale, Uttam Vrschikasana, downward facing dog. Alright. Left leg's gonna float, open the hip. Check out my tootsies. I'm gonna turn the toes towards the left. And see, just can't get it on this side. It's all right. Exhale, and step that foot up. And Vrschiksana 2. Breathing here. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. I'm going to straighten that. Left leg. Vrschiksana. Rebend. I feel like I'm doing this the wrong way. Find the twists. What do I do? Reverse warrior, bring to the right foot, straighten the left leg, turn the toes forward, hinging at the hips. Coming on down, left hand right underneath the nose, but this time I'm going to come onto my fingertips and I'm going to reach for that right leg and just let myself kind of sink down with a twist. Gently unwind, take that to the other side. Come on out, and then I'm going to find my Nirlamba. Nice straight arms. Some people like their palms on the floor. I like the top of the hand. Shoulder blades away from the ears. Arms are shoulder distance. Coming on up. Walk the hands together or separate. Move to Vrschiksana, tripod. Draw that right knee in towards your chest. Cross it over very high. Find your Kapotasana legs. Exhale. I'm going to twist, and then I'm going to fold it in. Second foot might unravel. Try to get that knee nice and high. Vrschiksana with the Kapotasana legs. Oh, come on back in. Find your straddle. Exhale, hinge it down. Try to hold it longer if you can. And come on up. Breathing here. Vrschiksana 2. Through your nails. Inhale, Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, Vrschiksana, downward facing dog. And stay in your down dog. Maybe take a Balasana, child's pose. Am I doing on time? 52. Keep breathing here as I exhale. Bring the shins down. Balasana. I'm going to let the low back release, so I'm going to bring the knees close and reach my hands back. So really letting the shoulders round down. I'm going to walk my hands over to the right, pulling with that left arm, letting myself lean off to the left so I really feel the stretch on the side body through the lats. 2L on that left side. Serratus anterior, left hand towards the kitty corner of the mat. Rest your ear. Behind the shoulder blades. Wrapping those triceps down. So it's like you're protracting the shoulders here, right? Walking the hands over to the left, leaning to the right. Kitty corner of the mat. Rest your ear. Letting that work around the shoulder blades. They're like diamonds. Nice and shiny. Come onto your forearms. Bend your favorite elbow. Pat yourself on the back, pulling back with the tricep. Taking that to side 2. Setting up for Vrschiksana. messing with your outfit. Knees underneath the hips. I'm going to interlace the hands here. Now, if your elbows don't go straight, you're going to use your strap because you want this about the shoulders. Even though I'm bringing the heels of the hands together here, that's naturally going to bring the shoulders blades together. I'm going to see if I can breathe wide across the back. And breathe fully into your low back. Keep those hips nice and forward. Breathing here. Maybe find the heels. Maybe let your hands come to your heart. Keep those hips forward, as you might extend those arms overhead. And then come on up. Now I had a nice wall there. It's a glass door, but if you don't really need it. You can just reach the arms, even bend the elbows, right? All right, let's take a twist. Reach that left arm out to the left, exhale. Thread the needle, walk the right hand forward. Any variations you like? Exhale and wind. Let's tuck the right toes. I'm going to walk the left hand out to meet the right. I'm going to let my forearms come down. And then keep the belly in, let the chest and chin come down. Exhale, come on out. That's a nice back bend, fairly strong. You feel the muscles working. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And rolling onto the shins. Maybe around the back here, come on up. Make sure your clothes aren't going to pull. Interlace your hands the other way. And do all that work. Feel the breath in like the low back and the lower part of the torso. Get wide across the back of the body. Maybe even feel the pinky toe on the earth. Keep those hips forward. Maybe find the heels. Again, hips drawn forward. Maybe take the hands to the heart. Keep those hips forward. Try to get space between the lumbar spine, between the top of the hip bone and your low ribs. And reach the arms up. When you feel like you can't reach anymore, come on back up. Maybe take a moment in Vrschiksana. And then find your twist. Right arm reaches out. Thread the needle. Any variations you like? Check out your toes. Exhale and wind, reaching that left arm forward. Maybe. And then coming out. So it's like a puppy variation. Maybe find a sphinx. Let's strengthen our hamstrings a little bit. Roll those inner thighs to sky. You're gonna reach with that right foot and just lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Roll the inner thighs to sky. Reach to the left toes and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. And then let's find a locust. So, reaching back with the hands, you're gonna have the top of the hands on the floor. Chest is lifted, chin is in, tailbone long. Float the legs. Lift the pinkies as you bend the knees, and maybe you find each other. Dhanurasana. Inhale, Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, Downward Facing Dog. Let the feet come a little wider. Make sure left hand for the right ankle, higher on the leg if you need it, and switch it up. All right, exhale, come on out. Hovering the elbows off the floor, chest towards the thighs, strengthening the shoulders. Down, let's take a child's pose. Move my bun because I know it's going to be in the way. Enough. Walk that left foot in, reach that right leg to sky. As you lift with the right leg, see if you can draw the left leg bone into the socket. Allowing yourself to find that hollow back variation. Maybe extend both legs. And then as you bend the knees, try to look towards your toes, Vrschikasana. Flex and point the feet. See if you can take it in a little bit deeper. Exhale. Come on out. Kapotasana, snuggling the right knee behind the left. Pat yourself in the back with that right hand. Full Gomukhasana arms. And then as you exhale, turn towards the left. Unwind into your Ardha Matsyendrasana. If you like to bind it, go ahead and do that. I don't think my shoulder is going to play with that today, but look over your left shoulder, look over the right shoulder. And maybe find that number 4. Keep reaching that inner left knee away from the body. Just let yourself twist. maybe find your Yogi Dandasana. Gently unwind. Cross it through vinyasa if you want one. If you don't, you might not. I don't. Okay, let the forearms come down. Tuck the toes. Reach back. I'm going to walk that right foot in, reach that left leg to sky. Coming on up. This is my favorite hollow back variation and the one I tend to go to. If you have a different one, maybe reaching both legs. Then look between the hands and see if you can bend the knees. Breathe into the low back as you reach those toes overhead. Point and flex, reach the chest through. Maybe roll your inner thighs towards the sky. Exhale. Gently release. We'll get a little more gracefully than that. Snuggling that left knee behind the right. Gomukhasana, legs, heels closer to your hips if you are a little tighter. Right, whatever way it feels good for you. If you like the Ashtanga variation, you can do that. That would be on the left shin. Breathing here. Exhale, twist, and then unwind into your Ardha Matsyendrasana. Any variation you like. That right hip might move towards the back of the room. You can allow that. Don't force it to stay square if it doesn't need to, doesn't want to. But it's actually, with the hip this way, this keeps the SI joint straight rather than bringing it forward. Go over the right shoulder, go over the left shoulder, counter twist. Maybe step it in, right arm to sky. See if you can take your time. This is always a little more graceful for me on this side. So nice deep inhale, exhale. I'm going to twist a little more, use my leverage. And that foot is kind of in the armpit already, right? And then just reach around. See if you can grab your knee. You can always take your hand on top of that thigh and reach the left hand around, right? Exhale, come on out. Through a vinyasa if you want one, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're just going to find downward facing dog. Or even child's pose. Allowing yourself to breathe nice and easy. 109. Just check the time. Sorry, I have something to do today. For a client. All right. Nice deep inhale here. Just so we can get a couple extra warriors in as you exhale, step that right foot next to your thumb, turn the left toes out. Come on up, Vrschiksana 1. Interlace the hands behind you, Breathing into the body, and then as you exhale, come on forward, Vrschiksana 3. And then bend and straighten the leg. It's just a play, getting a little load into the quadriceps and into that right thigh, or right hip. Let's bend the left knee, reach for the ankle with the right hand, Vrschikasana. Exhale, Vrschikasana 1. And then through a vinyasa if you want it. Step that left foot up. Turn the right toes out. Vrschikasana 1. Interlace your hands with the odd index finger on top. Exhale, Vrschikasana 3. And then just bend and straighten that left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the fingers. Grab the ankle with your left hand, right ankle. Vrschikasana. Gently release. Vrschikasana 1. Exhale. Through your vinyasa. Jump it through Navasana, but only you can turn around. And then come onto the shins. I'm going to see if we can just play with Kapotasana. I've never done full Kapotasana in my life, and I don't expect to get it today, but you might. So really breathing here, feel the inflation, right? And it's almost like a posterior tilt. Make sure your clothes aren't going to be in the way. Draw back. You can do any hand variation you like, but just be mindful to keep the hips forward, right? Oh, am I too close to the couch? Forward. So just let your hands touch something. Very gentle, there's no pressure, because when you put pressure, if you put too much pressure on the wall or the couch or whatever you're using, you're just going to feel it in your low back. And that's going to be it for me today, but I haven't done that in a while, so I'm going to take it. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, bring the knees into the chest. If you want to try and play with that another way, I'll probably use the blocks, but I don't have time today, another time. All right, reach those feet forward. Exhale, roll it out one vertebra at a time. Bring those knees into the chest. Let's cross right ankle or right knee over left. Bring the hips right, knees to the left. Back through center. Left knee over right, hips left, knees right. Back through center, knees into the chest, couple low back circles, one or two each direction. And allow yourself to set up for your final relaxation. Let's do a little bit of pranayama here. And nice deep inhale. Belly, ribs, chest, hold at the top. Exhale, chest. Ribs to draw in. Belly button to spine. Hold the breath out. Then a recovery breath to reset. Prep breath. Inhale like a wave, belly, ribs, chest. Holding at the top. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Hold the breath out. Breathe to release. Breathe to reset. Last time, inhaling like a wave. Hold at the top. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly button to spine. Hold the breath out. Gently release. Another breath to reset. And this time, just breathe into the belly, hold. Feel the ribs, hold. All the way up through the chest. Filling the lungs to capacity. Hold at the top. Exhale, chest. Exhale, ribs. Belly button to spine. Hold the breath out. Inhale to release. Inhale to reset. And breathe into the belly, hold. Feel the ribs, hold. Feel the chest to capacity, hold. Exhale like a wave, chest, ribs, belly. Hold the breath out. That's what I meant last time. Gently release. Gently resets. Inhale belly. Inhale ribs. Inhale chest, hold. Exhale like a wave. Hold the breath out. Gently release. Gently reset and just let the breath be smooth. Let yourself drift in to your Shavasana, trusting support system you have. Wherever you are, begin to bring some awareness back to the breath. A nice deep inhale in, exhale through the mouth. Start to move the fingers and toes. Do some wrist and ankle circles. Reaching out through arms and legs. Exhale, knees to chest. Maybe a side of the body to roll onto. When you're ready, in your own time, make your way up. Nice comfortable seats. Sitting up nice and tall. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Give yourself a moment of gratitude. Thank yourself for coming onto the mat today and for breathing and moving into the body. I'm going to end with one Om. Nice deep inhale in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, and perfect peace. Namaste, yogins. Have a beautiful day. See you next time.